Hello friend, let's start the discussion of this week news from the Hindu newspaper. First news, important news is regarding inflation. So inflation accelerates to 7.41%, highest since April. So after completion of every month, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation published the last month inflation compared to that month in previous year on year comparison. So 7.41% is the inflation, which is also called consumer price index. So inflation is measured by consumer price index. There are two types of index, one is consumer price index, another is wholesale price index. Okay, so consumer price index means when consumer, means we people, consumes goods and services from market. Okay, means we purchase goods and services from market, then that will be accounted as consumer price index. Okay, and inflation calculated by that calculation is called inflation through consumer price index. Another is wholesale price index, that is when a wholesaler sell his product to the market or to the trader or to the shopkeeper as a whole. Okay, as a whole, when a wholesaler sell its good to the trader or to the market, then the inflation calculated on that basis is called wholesale price index. Okay, so there are two types of price index, consumer price index and wholesale price index. Consumer price index accounts both goods and services, but wholesale price index only accounts goods. That is why consumer price index is more accurate than wholesale price index. Today I will discuss both consumer and wholesale price index, but first, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation only publish inflation through consumer price index, and the value is 7.41% for September 2022. Inflation means increase of price of goods and services compared to the same period of previous year, means on compared to September 2021, the value of goods and services increased by 7.41%. that is inflation year on year basis. Okay, now I will show you the goods wise and state wise inflation. Okay, so how the inflation is calculated, I will show you. So all India year on year inflation rate for general group, subgroup level, consumer price index. Okay, base 2012 equal to 100, means as per Government of India, they assumed that at 2012 the price of goods and services was 100. Okay, and that is the base, and from that base we calculate our year on year inflation. So description: cereals, product, meat, fish, egg, milk, food product, then alcoholic product, food, pan, tobacco, clothing, footwear, fuel, light, health, every type of everything is given here, and their price rise. Okay, so rural, urban and combined. Now look, September 2021, September 2022 inflation. Okay, so index like cereals, I am zooming it for you, like for cereals and products in September 21 the index was 146.6. Okay, remember at 2012 the index was 100. Okay, that is the base value. So in September 21 the index was 146.6, whereas in September 22 the index become 163.5. So what is the inflation? Increase of the value, that is 11.53% is the inflation of cereals and product. Okay, year on year basis calculation. In this way we calculate inflation of all product. Like egg have minus 1.79, means the price of egg decreased compared to previous year. Okay, like 18.05, vegetables inflation is very high, then spices inflation is very high, then footwear 12.3% inflation, clothing 10.17, fuel and light 10.39. okay, so finally all group, the final inflation is taking all average, the inflation become 7.41%. that is how we calculate the inflation. 7.41% is the inflation. Okay, now state wise also they have published increase of price state wise. Okay, like suppose Andhra Pradesh combined September 21, the total value of index was 166.2. okay, base is 2012 so in September 21 it was 166.2, September 22 179.6. so inflation rate is year on year basis 8.06%. in this way we can know inflation of all state, and West Bengal has the highest rate of inflation, that is 9.44%, followed by Telangana 8.67%. okay, so all India average is 7.41%. now I have made a table. Look at this: inflation consumer price index, inflation wholesale price index, and industrial production. Okay, currently I am talking about inflation consumer price index. so September is 7.41% is the inflation compared to September 21. in this way I have written here year on year inflation of all month, like April 7.79, May 7.04, June 7.01, July 6.71, lowest rate of inflation, then again August 7.0, September 7.41. okay, so it is gradually decreased and again it increased. so that is inflation through consumer price index. now come to next point, that is inflation wholesale price index. okay, let's first see the news about inflation of wholesale price index. Come to the 15th October. Wholesale inflation cooled to 10.7% in September. Now in detail I will show you. Annual rate of inflation based on all India wholesale price index number is to 10.7%. okay, so what is the value of wholesale price index for September 2022? That is 10.7%. I have written here, look. So inflation wholesale price index is 10.7%, whereas through consumer price index is 7.41%. so how you are calculating inflation is very important. okay, through consumer price index 7.41%, through wholesale price index 10.7%. okay, now how they calculate the wholesale price index inflation? I will show you the calculation. Here is the calculation. okay, like all commodity major group, first is Okay, look at the table. Okay. So all commodity like primary article like food, under food cereals, paddy, wheat, okay, then fuel and power, LPG, petrol, then manufactured product, okay, like vegetables, tobacco, textile, wearing apparel, leather, okay, then so these are the various types of product, okay, only goods product. Now index, so again in 2011-12 the value was 100, base year is 2011-12, means as per government in 2011-12 the price of all, means the index was for all the product was 100. Now the index at September 2022 become like for food article it become 182.2, cereals 178.5, okay, for September 2022. So in this way we can calculate the inflation. So look at this, September 2021, September 2022, that is given, okay. So year on year inflation wholesale price index based. So in this way we can calculate the inflation. So look at the first line, all commodities the inflation is 10.7% at September 2022, whereas as September 2021 it was 11.8%, okay. So inflation is reduced, that is why they have written here wholesale price index cooled to 10.7%, okay. So here it is written as 10.7%. Now 10.7% how it is calculated? Through average of this table, okay, like primary article 11.73, under primary article food article has 11.03% inflation, cereals 11.91%, okay, paddy 5.7. in this way we can calculate the inflation for all product through these indexes, okay. So finally the wholesale price index is 10.7% in September 2021, okay, 10.7%. Now the last thing is industrial production index growth index. Come to the news first about this. August, so news from 13th October, August industrial production shrinks 0.8%, inflation drags. Shrinks means negative 0.8% means industrial production growth is negative, okay. That is why I have written here minus 0.8% industrial production. It is also year on year basis, means it is data from of August 2022 month. So August 2022 industrial production was negative 0.8% compared to August 2021, okay. August, very bad news. Now how it is calculated I will also show you. Look at, there are 4 types of industry: mining, manufacturing, electricity and general, okay. So I am zooming it. Now look, suppose in August in 21-22 the index was 103.6, again the index at 11-12 is 100, okay. So in August it is 103.6, whereas in 22-23 period it become 99.6. So it reduced. Mining sector growth is negative, then manufacturing sector growth 131.9 to 131, again negative. Electricity sector 188 to 191, it is positive, and general sector 132.4 to 131, okay. General means summation of all this: mining, manufacturing, electricity combinedly called general. So ultimately general, if you look at the general value 132.4 to 131.3, so ultimately the growth is negative. And what is the value of this percentage growth? That is minus 0.8%, that is given here, minus 0.8%. okay, minus 0.8% is the growth. So look at this table where all the category is mentioned, like food product, beverage, tobacco, textile, wearing, leather, wood, paper, coke, chemical, pharmaceutical, rubber. Okay, and they have given indexes and weightage also given here. Now come to the point, index August 21, August 22. This is month year on year base data, August 21 data, August 22 data, and this table indicates period April to August data of 21-22, April to August data of 22-23. okay, so I will tell you about year on year basis on a single month, that is August 21 to 22. okay, so if you take the average general index, it is showing that in August 21 general the index was 132.4, whereas August 22 it become 131.3. so ultimately the inflation the growth is minus 0.8%. okay, 132.4 to 131.3 minus 0.8%. Now if you take the period wise, April to August 21-22, April to August 22-23, then if you take the whole period April to August, then we will see 125.6 to 135.3. okay, so ultimately if you take the whole period, the growth will take the positive value, that is 7.7%. but if you take a single month wise calculation, then it is showing negative growth. okay, so that is why it is, they have written that shrinks, means in negative 0.8% inflation drags due to the inflation. okay, so minus 0.8%. so I have told you about inflation consumer price index, inflation wholesale price index, and industrial production index growth. okay, so move to the next topic. October 15th. September export grew 4.8%, revised data show. So this news is about export and import of September month. okay, so export is showing grow of 4.8% compared to September 2021. okay, so come to the news. Overall published by Ministry of Commerce and Industry, overall export in September 2022 estimated is 61.1 billion. okay, so overall value of export in September month is 61.1 billion. Overall export means there are two types of export, one is merchandise export, one is service export. Merchandise means that is the goods produced in our country, that is merchandise, and service means service like teaching service, catering service, transport service, software service. okay, so overall means merchandise plus service. Overall export value in September 22 is 61.1 billion, which is showing growth of 10.24% compared over the same period of last year, means September 2021. That is a good news. But what about import? What about import? So look, so India's foreign trade September 2022. So look, merchandise export September 22-21 growth. Merchandise export 35.45 this year, 33.81 in previous year. So growth is 4.82, that is merchandise, and import is also increased. Now service. So overall merchant, I will show you overall merchandise and service, that is trade, merchandise plus service. Export 61.1 billion. okay, this year 55.42 previous year, so increase is 10.24%, but import this year 76.26, previous year September 68.87, import growth is 10.73%. so the rate at which our export grows, the same rate our import is also growing, so ultimately there is no benefit. Okay, so look, trade deficit, import minus export trade deficit this year is 15.16, whereas previous year September it was 13.44. so okay, so means that trade deficit is also increased. Trade deficit previous year was 13.44, this year is 15.16. so trade deficit also increased. Okay, so ultimately we have no profit, no gain. So that is the news related to our foreign trade. Now I have made a table. Look at this table. So overall merchandise plus service, export, import. Okay, so in April, May, June, July, August, September, month wise I have made this table. So look at this export value 67.79, 62, 64, 61, 57, 61. So our export is remain near about same. Okay, it is slightly reduced from April. We have $67.79 billion export, whereas in September it became 61.1. Look at import 75, 77, 82, 82, 75, 76. So import is nearly remains same. And deficit, what about deficit? Deficit 8, 15, 17, 21, 18, 15. So deficit is slightly increased first in June, July, then again it start reducing. Trade deficit means import minus export. Okay, so what should be our goal? Our goal should be increase export, decrease import, decrease the trade deficit, and become the self dependent. Okay, next important news I will tell you regarding Global Hunger Index is out. India in serious category at rank 107. So it is very hot topic currently about Global Hunger Index. Okay, I will show you first the ranking. Global Hunger Index. This is the website. Now this is the okay. page is showing some problem. Okay, I will show you. This is the ranking. Okay, I have shown you some important country here only, like China ranked, and within 1 to 17 China ranked. Okay, and what is the value of GHI? GHI means Global Hunger Index value of China, that is 2.5 only. Okay, then UAE rank 18, value is 5.3, Brazil 5.4 value, Russia 6.4, Iran 6.5, Ukraine 7.5, Vietnam 11.9. Now come to direct India. India is at 107. Okay, total 121 country they have published the result. India ranked 107, pathetic. And what is the score? Score of India 29.1, very big score. Okay, like Afghanistan 29.9, South Sudan 34.9 to 49. Okay, severe condition. So India scored 29.1, that's why India ranked 107 in the Global Hunger Index. Now I will explain you how this 29.1 comes. Okay, and what are the factor affects the Global Hunger Index calculation. Okay, so look at the methodology of calculation of Global Hunger Index. So how the Global Hunger Index is calculated? It depends on 4 factors. One is undernourishment. Okay, undernourishment regarding food, then child stunting regarding height, low height, under age of 5, then child wasting, weight, okay, and below weight of age of 5, then child mortality, okay, death ratio of child below the age of 5. So undernourishment, stunting means height, wasting means weight, and mortality. These are the 4 factors: undernourishment, stunting, wasting, mortality. These are the 4 factors on which the GHI is dependent. Now this is the first case. Now next calculation is find the value of these 4 factors: undernourishment, stunting, wasting, and mortality. After finding the value in percentage of this 4 factor, then next calculation is this undernourishment, stunting, wasting, mortality. So undernourishment value divided by 80 into 100, stunting value divided by 70 into 100, wasting value divided by 30 into 100, mortality rate divided by 35 into 100. This calculation will give you standardized value, standardized undernourishment value, standardized stunting value, standardized wasting value, standardized mortality value. So now we can calculate standardized value. After calculating standardized values, then again another step is this. This is the final step. Undernourishment 1/3 means standardized undernourishment value divided by 3 plus standardized stunting divided by 6 plus standardized wasting divided by 6 plus standardized mortality divided by 3. This will give you the GHI score. And what is the GHI score for India? 29.1, which is this serious category. Okay, yellow color, serious category. Now this is the 3-step calculation. First find the value of this factor, undernourishment, stunting, wasting, mortality. First find the value of this, then put the value on this calculation and find the standardized value. Then from this calculation 1/3, 1/6, we can calculate the final GHI score. So our work is first the value of this 4 factor. This website have also tell you the value of this 4 factor through this video: undernourishment, stunting, wasting, mortality. Now look at this video and you will know. watch the video carefully. They will tell you the values of that 4 factor. $29.1. This table is very important. Look, in 2000 our GHI score was 38.1, much worse than today. In 2007 our score was 36.3, worse. 2014 28.2, 2022 29.1, slightly increased the value. Okay, so the increase of GHI score means there is more hunger index. Okay, the rank will be more, that is worst thing. These are the 4 factor: undernourishment, then stunting, wasting and mortality rate. Now, undernourishment value for India is 16.3%, means 16.3% of population in India is undernourished. Okay, 16.3. Next, %19.3% of children below the age of 5 are wasted, means below height. Below weight, wasted, below weight, 19.3%, below weight. Next, %35.5% children of below age 5 are stunted, means below height. They have not get the height as per their age. 35.5% of child. Next, %3.3% children die before their birth. Okay, so that is the rate of mortality, 3.3%. Okay. Now come to the calculation. So now we know the value of all 4 this factor. Now put this value on this calculation and I will show you the calculation. So undernourishment 16.3, stunting 35.5, wasting 19.3, mortality 3.3. So putting this value, we will get standardized value. What are the standardized values? 16.3 by 18 to 100, 6.79. Undernourishment, stunting value 8.45, standardized wasting value 64.33 and child mortality value is 9.43. From this calculation we get this result. Next step is, what was the next step? Divided by 3, undernourishment standardized value divided by 3, stunting divided by 6, wasting divided by 6, mortality divided by 3. So 6.79 divided by 3, 8.45 divided by 6, 64.33 divided by 6, 9.43 divided by 3, and it will give you the value of 29.1. that is the global hunger index, and that's why India ranked 107 in the rank table. Okay, it is the process of calculation. Okay, move to next topic. Supreme Court delivered split verdict on Karnataka hijab ban. So we all know what happened in Karnataka some month ago, that some female student want to wear hijab in the school. Okay, but the school authority was not allowing them to wear hijab when they are inside the school. Okay, so that thing has moved to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court delivered this verdict. Okay, split verdict means there was two judge, and the two judge has given two different judgment. One is in favor of hijab, one is against hijab. Okay, so what Justice Hemant Gupta told: the right to express herself by wearing a hijab stops at the school gate. Freedom of expression guaranteed under Article 19(a) does not extend to wearing of headscarf. Means Justice Hemant Gupta is against hijab in school. Okay, as per him, it is not against any freedom of expression. Okay, if school is not allowing you to wear hijab, that is not against any kind of freedom of expression. Simple. But what Justice Sudhanshu Dhulia is saying, wearing a hijab should be simply a matter of choice. It may be the only way her conservative family will permit her to go to school, and in those cases her hijab is her ticket to education. Means if school is not allowing the hijab, then her family may not be send her to school. Okay, so hijab is the only way so that she can come to school. Hijab is the ticket for her education. Okay, she is gaining education, that is a most important thing. What she is wearing is not important. Okay, so split verdict. Now what happened? What happened? That case will now be heard by a larger bench. Now the case will move to larger bench, means 5 judge collegium bench, 7 judge collegium bench. Okay, then the final verdict, suppose the verdict came in 3:2, means 3 judges in favor of hijab, 2 judges against hijab, then it will give you our final result. Okay, majority of judge will give us the final result. Move to next topic. ISRO's own, this is from 14th October, ISRO's own next generation launch vehicle may assume PSLV's role. So we have our typical PSLV, ISRO. Okay, PSLV means Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. I will tell you one by one. First, know that we have two type of launch vehicle. Launch vehicle means the vehicle which actually carry the satellite into the orbit. Okay, carry the satellite placed at the tip of the rocket. Okay, and below this portion, this is the fuel center. Okay, now there are two type of launch vehicle, one is PSLV, one is GSLV. PSLV means Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, GSLV means Geosynchronized Satellite Launch Vehicle. Okay, now PSLV is lightweight. Okay, it carries light satellite. Okay, and it will only locate the satellite into low Earth orbit. Low Earth orbit means nearly 1000 km from Earth. But GSLV, Geosynchronized Earth Satellite, carries large satellite, communication system satellite to high elliptical orbit, large elliptical orbit, 36,000 km from Earth. Okay, so that is the difference, PSLV and GSLV. Now ISRO is now manufacturing next generation launch vehicle. What is the function of next generation launch vehicle? It will replace PSLV. It will replace PSLV. Okay, PSLV currently have 4-stage fuel. I will tell you one by one, then you will understand. First, I will show you what is PSLV, what is GSLV. So this is PSLV. Okay, this is the satellite for PSLV, and this is the fuel center. Like the red color indicate solid fuel, then liquid fuel, then solid fuel, then liquid fuel. And these are the small boosters, okay, which boost the rocket into the space. Okay, small boosters. So PSLV is lightweight, having 4-stage fuel and a satellite. Okay, and unmanned, there is no crew, and some light boosters, that is PSLV. What about GSLV? GSLV carries large satellite, may have a crew member also in GSLV, okay, and having big boosters. Look at the boosters, okay, because it has to reach high earth orbit, that is 36,000 kilometer. So PSLV and GSLV. Now look at the PSLV. PSLV is, this is satellite, liquid fuel, solid fuel, liquid fuel, solid fuel, and these are the booster, okay. And another is SSLV, that is not important, small satellite launch vehicle. Small satellite launch vehicle, ISRO is using SSLV, who has only 3 stage, first stage, second stage, third stage, okay. First stage is liquid and second and third stage is solid, and a small satellite. Now what about GSLV? What about GSLV? GSLV, I have already told you, this is GSLV having big boosters, okay. So this is the cross section of GSLV. GSLV have crew module, this is crew module and this is service module. Crew module means crew member, astronaut can sit here, crew module and service module, okay. So this is the crew module, and below it this is service module, and this is the whole satellite portion, okay, and having 2 big boosters. So that is GSLV Mk3 derived human rated launch vehicle, okay. So that is the difference. Now what is our topic? That is next generation. What is next generation launch vehicle? That is the improved version of PSLV, okay. So ISRO is developing next generation launch vehicle which will one day replace operational system like PSLV. So PSLV, often doubt trusted workhorse, will have to retire one day, chairman said during a 3-day engineers conclave. Now in next generation launch vehicle, ISRO is understood to be looking at a cost efficient 3-stage reusable heavy lift vehicle with payload capacity of 10 ton to geostationary transfer orbit. NGLV will feature semi cryogenic propulsion for the booster stage, which is cheaper and efficient. So currently PSLV is not using cryogenic system, okay. So it will be installed with cryogenic system, and in spite of 4 stage 1, 2, 3, 4, the next generation launch vehicle will have 3 stage fuel, okay, 3 stage fuel. So it will definitely reduce some cost, it will be cheaper, economical, and also become more effective because we will use cryogenic technology. Okay, so that is the news. Now simple difference between polar satellite launch vehicle, geosynchronized satellite launch vehicle, okay. So look, height, dia, number of stage, okay, this is the difference. But most important difference is PSLV delivers earth observation of remote sensing satellite of only 1750 kg of weight. Polar orbit height is 600 to 900 kilometer altitude, where GSLV delivers communication satellite to high elliptical orbit 36,000 kilometer geosynchronous transfer orbit, okay. PSLV is 4-stage launch vehicle. 4 stage means 4 stage fuel, solid, liquid, solid, liquid. First and third stage using solid, and second and fourth stage using liquid. But GSLV is a 3-stage vehicle. First stage solid, second stage liquid, third stage is using cryogenic engine, okay, solid, liquid and cryogenic. Now this cryogenic engine will be installed in PSLV also, and it will be called as next generation launch vehicle. That is the news. Move to next topic from 15th October again. A news regarding general knowledge. World's largest aircraft A380 touches down in Bengaluru. That is the world's largest aircraft, passenger aircraft, okay. A380. We heard about Boeing 737, that is also very big, but A380 is larger than Boeing 737. Okay, so world largest passenger aircraft Airbus A380 made its maiden touchdown at the Kempegowda International Airport, Kia, Bengaluru on Friday. It carrying 224 passengers from Dubai. Now, what about Airbus 380? Airbus 380 is a large wide body airline that was developed and produced by Airbus. Now, it is the world's largest passenger airline and only full length double deck jet airline. Okay, it is even bigger than Boeing 747. Which country actually have the right of Airbus? Airbus is a European multinational aerospace corporation. Okay, European. And what about Boeing? Boeing is a mainly for commercial purpose it is used and manufactured in US. Boeing is a United States airline company. Okay, so Airbus is from Europe, Boeing is from USA. These are the two biggest aircraft. This is the picture of A380, and if you want to see a small video, that is the video. Look at how big it is, Airbus 380. Okay. Now move to next topic from defense. INS Arihant carries out key missile test. INS Arihant is our submarine. INS means Indian Navy ship Arihant. It is our one of the best made in India submarine, INS Arihant. Now, submarine based submarines launched ballistic missile SLBM, submarine launched ballistic missile has been tested under the sea, or you can say below the sea, from INS Arihant. That is the news. Okay. So, submarine launched ballistic missile launch by INS Arihant. Why this successful test is important for India's credible nuclear deterrence? INS Arihant is India's first indigenous nuclear powered ballistic missile capable submarine. India has developed a range of K family SLBMs long range missile that can be launched from submarine. Okay. So, that is a very proud moment. So, nuclear ballistic submarine, okay, means it can carry nuclear missile also. So, that is the news. Now, look at the picture, inside picture of INS Arihant. So, this is the inside picture of INS Arihant. From this area, these missiles can be launched vertically upward, okay, in any direction. You can launch the missile. So, upward you can launch the missile, horizontally you can launch the missile. Okay, so it is a very important defense ship for our country, INS Arihant. Okay, move to next topic. From sport, come to the next topic regarding sport. So, Okay, so 12th October is the last date of National Games 2022. 12th October. Okay, closing day of National Game 2022. So National Game 2022 finally completed successfully. Okay, it is also called Olympic of India. Okay, so I will show you the point table of states, union territories and the services. So National Games 2022 medal tally, National Games Gujarat. So rank 1 is services, means defense services mainly, own 61 gold, 35 silver, 32 bronze, total 128 medal. Okay, followed by Maharashtra, Haryana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Manipur, Punjab. These are the top 10 countries in medal tally. Then Delhi, Gujarat, West Bengal, Assam, Telangana, Arunachal. Okay, total 28 state, union territory and services own medals. Okay, sorry, 32 up to Sikkim, 32. Look at the condition of Bihar. Okay, they have only owned two bronze medal. What about New Delhi? Delhi own 14 gold, very good. Okay, so this is the medal tally. Now something I should tell about National Games. So Mirabai Chanu has also participated in National Games. So National Games were held across 6 cities: Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, Surat, Vadodara, Rajkot, Bhavnagar in Gujarat. Though the official start date for 36th edition of the National Games, India's very own homespun Olympics was September 27. Okay, it is also called as Olympic of India. So started from September 27 up to October 12. Almost 7,000 athletes from 28 Indian state, 8 union territory and services have participated. The sport team of Indian Armed Force competed for medal in 36 different sport. Okay, services means armed force. Now which are the sport that is organized? That is aquatics, archery, athletes, badminton, basketball, boxing, canoeing, kayaking, cycling, fencing, football, gymnastics, golf, handball, hockey, judo, kabaddi, kho-kho, lawn ball, malakhambh, netball, roller skating, rolling, rugby, sevens, shooting, softball, soft tennis, squash, table tennis, taekwondo, tennis, triathlon, volleyball, weightlifting, wrestling, wushu, and it is most important, yogasana. Yogasana has been first time included in National Games. This is 36th National Game. Okay, where yogasana has been included. Okay, so this is the medal tally. Move to next topic. Another news from sport, that is Rudraksh wins World Championship gold and Olympic quota for Paris 2024 Games. So World Shooting Championship is going on in Egypt. Okay, where our shooters are performing very well. So Rudraksh won the World Championship gold medal and it also enabled him to qualify for the Paris 2024 Olympic. Okay, he also qualified for the Paris Olympic. So Rudraksh Balasaheb Patil with Paris 2024 on mind, wall and ceiling bags Olympic quota. Very good performance. So all the best for Olympic also. Now related news, related to World Championship news, another news is India's men's air rifle team shoots gold at the World Championship. So we have seen that in 10-meter air rifle, Rudransh Balasaheb Patel won the gold medal. Next is air rifle team event, India also won a gold medal. Means they have also qualified for the Paris Olympic. Very proud moment, India's men's air rifle team. But the disappointment moment is women's team has disqualified, rank 8. Women's teams rank 8 in the shooting championship in Egypt and cannot able to qualify for the Paris Olympic. Okay. Now, very good news I am going to share with you. Women in blue bring home 7th trophy. So, what our men can't do, our women did it. Okay. So, Indian women cricket team won the Asia Cup for the 7th time by beating Sri Lanka in the final. It was a one-sided match. So, total number of women's Asian championship is 8, out of which 7 times India won the championship. It was a totally half-sided match. So, what was the scoreboard is saying? India beat Sri Lanka by 8 wicket. So, Sri Lanka score only 65 for 9 in 20 over. Okay. Where Renuka Singh picked 3 wicket, Rajeshwari Gaikwad 2 wicket, Sneha Rana 2 wicket. India scored 71 for 2 in 9.3 over, where Smriti Mandhava 51 not out, another half century. So, very proud moment, very proud moment. India women team won Asia Cup for the 7th time by beating Sri Lanka 8 wicket. Okay. Now, final news regarding Agniveer recruitment. October 15 newspaper, Bharatiya Vayusena Indian Air Force recruitment. Okay. So, look at the, in zoom I will show you. So, Bharatiya Vayusena Indian Air Force invitation application from unmarried Indian male candidate for selection test for Agniveer Vayu non-combatant intake under Agnipath scheme. Okay. So, Agniveer Vayu non-combat. So, for which purpose Indian Air Force invites application from eligible unmarried Indian male citizen for selection of Agniveer Vayu non-combat in hospitality or housekeeping stream. Job profile of hospitality stream will comprise of cook and mess waiter. Job profile of housekeeping skill stream will comprise of safaiwala, laskar, washer up, water carrier, barbar, dhobi, mochi, tailor, watchman. These are the posts for which Indian Air Force is recruiting. Okay, so it is totally offline. Totally offline. You have to fill up this form and you have to attached. Following document are to be attached with the application: 10th matriculation certificate, passport size photograph. Okay, then consent certificate by parents. Candidate should carry his Aadhaar card. Eligibility criteria: age, date of birth, born between 31st December 99, 30 June 2005. Okay, 31st December 1999 to 30 June 2005. Okay, so that is the that you have to born between this time, this period, and upper age limit is 21 years of age, upper age limit. Okay, marital status is you have to be unmarried. Educational qualification is education board listed in Council of Board School Education website as member. Okay, should have passed matriculation, 10th pass is minimum required. Then height, chest is given here, terms of condition is given here. Okay, what will be the salary, that is also given here, like customized package monthly 30,000, in hand 70% will cut, and you will get 21,000, and the 18,000 and the 9,000 that is cut from you, plus 9,000 will be given by the government of India. Total 18,000 will be added to your account and will be given to you at the time of retire after 4 years of service. Okay, selection test, retain, okay, everything is given here. Okay, so download the form and fill up the form and send it. Okay, so this is the total discussion from today's newspaper, this week newspaper. If you like my discussion, please like the video, subscribe my channel. We will meet tomorrow.